Bitcoin. 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 That's right, Bitcoin. Let's mark it up. What's good, y'all? Nelly here. So today we're gonna be going over Bitcoin price prediction. Okay, so I'm gonna be basically giving you guys an analysis on how to trade Bitcoin is the same exact way that I was showing you with the support resistance and how easy it is to basically be able to make money, even if you're either investing with Bitcoin or trading it. That's it. So stay tuned to the end because I'm going to be dropping things, gems just throughout the whole video. So first off, the the reason why I'm shooting this video is primarily because I saw a post out there that said that Google had removed the Bitcoin price from Google, like from the site. So I'm like, that can't be right. It can't be true. So I went over to Google, and here it is. Bitcoin price, 66,000. That's what's at currently right now. So I don't know who decided to want to make that a post, but that post apparently has gone viral, and I don't know why it's like that, but whatever. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and analyze it anyway, because as I'm looking at the chart, I'm like, damn, this thing is looking like it's really clean, like it's looking really clean. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle this. All right. So as y'all already know, right, the way that I marked up the support resistance is through using my line chart, right? So with this, we're going to take it as we see here. Boom. All right. And then we're going to also include our recent high right there. Boom. Right. So what this is going to do basically is going to allow us to understand like where everything should be at let me just lock these just so I have everything out here. Boom. We don't want to mess anything up. So what we're going to do is we're going to see how we can, one, invest into Bitcoin, right? Because it's an investment, and or in case you want to do both, trade Bitcoin. All right. So we got some point resistance lines. Boom. Now we go back to the chart, and now Japanese candlesticks. If y'all know what these candles are, go back to the candlesticks, and now we're gonna see what's good. Excuse me, the voice is a little raspy and stuff like that. Like I've been having like a coughing fit all week. Well, last 4 days. So I got like a bottle of water with me. So you might hear me take a swig here and there. But aside from that, I might. Anyway, so with that being said, let's get to it. So we got basically our trend, right? It's bullish, right? Right now, currently, it is on a downtrend that's going. So this is supposed to keep going, but it didn't. It made actually a lower high, right? Instead of making another high after this current or previous high, came down, made a higher low, and then it failed to make a new higher high. So it made a lower high or equal high, however you want to do it, and then it made a lower low. Boom, and then another lesser lower high, and then now it's just top bottom here, right? So it made a double bottom, boom, and now it could potentially move up or come back down. Now, yes, the reason why it's here in this area is because, as you can see, there was a strong push going towards the upside, but there is an area here that's actually holding it up, and a lot of people aren't really taking that for account. So this is where price can either be taken out. If it takes out this low, then it can actually do something like this and continue going downward, okay? It can actually do that, right? Now, in this case, it did break this minor high here, right? So this low high is minor compared to this one, but it did break this one. So now because it is coming back up and then down and then continuing going upward, we could potentially see a buying momentum kind of, which already did a big push yesterday, actually. So we could potentially see something going on here, right? So in this case here, we see that it went down, right? But off of this, right? We can actually push this down to here. Boom. Right? We got a break. Boom. And then we came back to here and then, kept going up here. Now, because, right, we already had this established, right? Because of here, right? Go down to line chart. We had it here already, right? So seeing this move going upward, we could have been already targeting this in the sense of doing something like this, right? Boom, right? So we already marked this out. Boom, boom, boom. We're kind of waiting where our levels are. So now what we're doing is on the daily, we're just kind of waiting for something to break, right? So we're gonna wait, boom, 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 and now we got the break, right? We got the break, right, which is right here. I'll do this one, right? Boom. Color it just different color. Let's do. Can I do black? Can't do black, yeah. Okay, boom. So it broke, and now we're just waiting for the retest. That's it. Once it breaks, right, now what you can do is you can obviously go down to the H4 time frame. Oh crap, can I? Okay, cool. You can go down to the H4 time frame. We're gonna go candle, boom. So there we go. So now when it does this, this is where you want to automatically see, okay, cool. I'm going to go ahead and start the monitor where I can actually get in on this area to actually start going back, right? So now we do have a lot of points where there's like a lot of support here that turn resistance, support that turn resistance, but then also resistance turn support, right? So we're looking for these areas where we can find an opportunity to where you can kind of say, there's a lot of things going on here, but again, if you know like what you're supposed to be seeing, then you kind of already know where your supply demand zones are supposed to be. So once price gets into these areas, you want to make sure that you're looking at everything from a grand spec of things, right? You could actually heighten this up a little bit, just a bit, just to get into these areas here, right? Now, we would initially want price to come back into this level and then go upward. So even if you're on here, you could take like an M15 type of entry to where you're like, okay, cool. I want to see another transition, another market shift happen within that move, right? So now price came down, it tapped your area, right? Your zone, and then look what happened. Check this out. See? Boom. Right? You have your swings and pullbacks, your market shifts right around here. See? So this is where it ended up doing lower lows and lower highs to then a lower high, failed to make a low low, made a lower high here. So boom, a higher low, excuse me, and then boom, it broke out, right? Boom. So that already broke that high there, the initial high. So I'll leave this here just so y'all can see what I mean. Oh, shoot. Okay, boom. Boom. All right. So it initially already broke that high. So when you're looking at it from this point, right? Whoops, I did not grab my tool. Boom. All right, there you go. So now, even though this is up here, you could kind of just bring this down to this one here. And now what you're waiting for is you're just waiting for like that break and that retest to then continue going forward. The break and retest already kind of happened here. So in your sense, you're looking for that either breakout candle or that retest to continue going forward, like upward. So yeah, you could have taken this entry, whether it be here, right, off that break, and then your stop loss is right under that low, right? And then you're literally just targeting what that high was. Because remember, we're targeting those areas to where we want to have these areas hit, right? Now, again, this here is, it's a tight stop loss, but you're still going to give yourself an adequate amount of time to where you're seeing things form on the higher time frames. Okay, so you're automatically seeing things just play out in the sense. So I'm cracking my knuckles. Play out as they're moving, right? So you want to just go ahead and see, like, obviously candle by candle until you start getting that like momentum. Now, if you get stopped out, right? And if we do, I'll show you what that looks like and how you can re-enter, okay? And then you consistently see like how these things play out, right? So we'll just go, okay, boom, we got stopped out, boom. Okay, because we got stopped out here, our next entry, right? Boom. Our next entry at this point, because we got stopped out, we still broke that high going upwards. So now because we got stopped out, we're looking at another possible entry that's going to end up coming above this zone, right? So we want to wait and see if we can get another break of a resistance, right? So we're gonna wait, we're gonna wait. Boom, we got actually a lower low, right? So now when we see things like this happen, we already got to know we got to step back, right? H4, we got to step back and we got to see where we at. So now this whole setup here already, I'm gonna leave that there. This whole setup here is already invalid because we got to wait for price to actually come back and then continue going upward. Again, we're gonna wait. Boom. Now it's already in our area. So again, we wait and see if there's going to be a break of a high. Boom, boom, boom. This is the last high. Why? Because price ended up, right, going from buyers to sellers. And this is the last low, which is actually equal. Even though this broke a bit, it's still an equal low, okay? So now what we're waiting for is something like this. And then, you know, obviously continue going upward. Okay, so we're gonna wait it out. Oh, there goes that break. There goes that break. And actually, that was the retest right there. So that break and retest right there, that was the entry that you could take after it ends up breaking, going towards that upside, right? This is a tight stop loss. Again, if you're looking at it in the sense of like creating a low, this is an aggressive entry. Like you want to make sure like it does something like this to where then you can go ahead and capture that low of that bottom, so then you can place your entry, right? Your stop loss at a proper area, right? So when you start to see everything move in that form, then you kind of already know, okay, cool, I'm in at the right spot. I can hold that, right? So in this same sense, even if you were to take that move, right? Boom, 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 and it came down, you can still initially like enter, even if you were to enter per se on this candle here, right? On this candle here, right? And put your low here, you can still end up taking that going towards the upside, right? Stop loss it down here, boom. And then again, you can still target that high that we're looking for, okay? Boom. You can still target that high that we're looking for, okay? Now, don't leave out the video yet because I'm going to show you a way that you can actually, and this is for those that stood throughout the video. I'm never going to put a timestamp for this. If you stood by the video, I'm going to show you how you can actually dollar cost average per entry to get in, okay? So stick with me. So when you see price just do its thing, then now that's where you start to like see visually like, okay, cool. You have to hold through this for a while, but even if you put like your stop loss on even an alert to where like, okay, oh man, price came back, it's time I can get out, boom, and then re-enter, yada, 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 right? There's ways to do that, right? Now, I'm not going to go over through that now, but there's ways to where you can see everything like happen. So as you can see, price is making higher highs and higher lows on a higher time frame. This is a lower time frame, an entry time frame, but you can see that price is making higher highs in this sense, right? So in the same sense of being a bigger time frame, this is what you're seeing. This is what you're seeing. Price go up. That's what you're seeing. Price go up. Okay, so I'm going to remove this so it's not so cluttered. But that's what we're going to see, right? So I'll play this until possibly we either hit stop loss or something or a TP. But in this case, we're going to just like, and in this case, our stop loss is already up here. An alert, you put an alert and then just, you know, maybe trail a high or a low and stuff like that. Maybe this happened here and you got nervous, you got out. That's okay. Still good, right? So I think this is as fast as we can go at this moment, but we're going to go ahead and go to the 4 hour and see where we're at here and see if we actually, do we end up coming back? Oh, okay, that happened. Boom. Okay, cool. So CPU is actually hit on this one. So this is a 12, right? Now, you don't need to go for 12. You really don't, right? But this is just me like showing you like how this strategy from my last two videos of support resistance, like it still works. Like so many traders try to make things so complicated. And when you make it so complicated, it really messes you up. You don't need to make it complicated. Just make it as simple as possible. And you see like your fruits of your labor. Like that's it. Is just that damn simple. Just that simple. And again, you don't have to go for this crazy reward. You could have just easily targeted this high if you wanted to. And then be like, all right, cool. I got my 1 to 3. I'm good. I can go ahead and just be okay with that, right? Now, because you want to be very realistic with your targets and stuff like that, don't go and do something like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, go up here and stuff like that. We don't know if it's gonna actually continue to go up there. Keep in mind, like that's why I said, like, even though we're getting in here and we have this high here, it broke that high. So it came down and then we tested, and then now our next actual high is up here. So this is why we targeted that level. Okay. So when we do things like that, we automatically give ourselves a reason to enter, obviously off the break, right? So now we're looking for price to make it high, low, and then to enter. And then once we enter, now we're looking for a reason, a realistic reason to exit. So when we exit here, we already kind of know, okay, cool. Now I can go ahead and place my exits here because I'm going to automatically see the return off a realistic target. Okay. So that's where you exit here. Boom. Good. Now, this is how you trade Bitcoin, right? So having a Bitcoin price prediction as far as a trader is way different than having a Bitcoin price prediction as a excuse me, as a investor. Okay. So on an investor's type, when you're seeing things like this is why when you go to several charts, whether it be like on TV shows, not TV shows, but TV news channels and things like that, like you see, oh yeah, oh this and that, like we'll have like an investment, Bitcoin's about to pop, blah blah, whatever the case is, right? So here's a little tip that I have, right? If you hear people talking about Bitcoin, then you already know that that's not the best time to buy Bitcoin. Number one. Number two, if you see Bitcoin on the news, that's another reason for you not to buy Bitcoin. It's bad news. When you do not hear people talk or you do not hear about Bitcoin, that's when you should be buying. Now, to buy Bitcoin, right? Obviously, you need a broker exchange to all that. I'm not going to go into that right now in this video. But if you have questions, just leave them down below. If you want to buy Bitcoin and stuff like that, I would highly suggest you being, as an investor, a DCA type of investor, right? DCA means dollar cost averaging, meaning that you're going to take a number and you're just going to put that into your chart, like as far as like entering a trade, entering like an investment off that chart. For example, like if I say, okay, I want to invest maybe $10 a day or $20 a day or whatever the case is, right? Or $5 a day, right? $1 a day, like whatever the hell you want to, right? But make it consistent. Make it consistent. It doesn't have to be a day, it could be even a week if you want. Maybe every Friday you want to throw in $10, $50, whatever the case is, right? But let's say that in this case, you're doing it based off the 4-hour time frame, right? The 4-hour chart, right? Now, in this case, if you're doing it in this sense where you're going to be dollar cost averaging into your trade, right? Then I would do it based off the reversal of those candles, right? So for example, we got that break up here, right? So what I am doing in this sense is, right, I'm going to automatically have price go up in my favor in the sense I'm going to be adding every single day. I'm going to be placing throughout these whole like candles. I'm going to be placing, let me see here. It's a here. This is 6 days. So a week. So in a week, I'll delete that. In a week, I'm placing between $50, let's say, dividing it by 6 days. I'm gonna be placing that amount of money every single day in that sense. Now, in the sense that you want to go ahead, and this is the tip, where you want to go ahead and just start really seeing those profits, then you can go ahead and start putting in money to where you see that candle, right? Now it has to be the same amount again. So if you're gonna put like $5, $10, what you can do that, right? So you will put I'll just use the brush. You put like let's say boom, you put like $5 here, right? $5 here, right? Boom, you wait for that. Red candle, cool, we're gonna wait, right? Cool. Boom, boom, $5 here. Boom, 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 another $5 here, $5 here, $5 here, $5 here, $5 here, $5 here. Keep it going. Boom, 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 boom. $5 here, $5 here, $5 here. So basically, you're looking only for bullish candles. That's what you're doing. You're waiting for bullish candles. Now, in the sense, right? Now, this is where I'm gonna well, in the sense, right? That price does something like this, right? And it can happen. Price just does something like this, right? Where it goes up to here, and then boom, it drops, right? This is where the long term, again, when you're an investor, you're doing it for long term. You're not doing it for short term. You're doing it for long term. In the sense that it's doing this, you're automatically looking for when it does something like this. Now let's say that it's just let's just dropping, right? Let's say that it gets down to here, right? And then does this, right? At the end of the chart. So boom. What you're gonna do when it happens like this is you're gonna do the same thing you were doing here, but you're gonna say, okay, cool, bullish, oh, bullish candle there, cool, I got in. Oh, still going down, cool. Bullish candle here, cool, got in again. Oh, still going down. Okay, cool. Bullish candle here, oh, got in, cool. I'm gonna wait. Okay, boom. And you're doing the same amount. So if it was $5 when you started here, you're gonna still do it. Whatever your number is, you're gonna keep it consistent, regardless, red or blue days or green days, whatever you want to call it. You're still gonna put the same amount. So you're gonna have a whole bunch of entries throughout your whole chart through price to where it's the same. This is what dollar cost averaging is. If you don't know what that is, Google it. It's there. Okay. So when you start to see all of these opportunities, you're going to start to see that there's going to come a time where your entries that you're here, all being red start to become green when they're all here, right? As you're entering, boom, 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 right? You entered all here and they're still going down. Oh, excuse me, my bad. My bad. Hold on. My bad. You're entering on here. My bad. Gotta fix that. Let's just say you're doing it every one or two candles, right? So let's say these might be like either an entry or two, right? But you're entering all these bullish candles that are coming up, right? And then boom, once it starts to break up above, that's when all these negatives that you had slowly start to become bullish. Not bullish, positive. That automatically can happen. And honestly, the way things are going with Bitcoin, we can see a lot more upside. So in the same sense, I'm going to delete all this now so we can get to where price is currently, right? So the way things are going now with Bitcoin and everything like that, I do see Bitcoin going back up. I do see Bitcoin going back up. Now, before it does that, it does need to break up out of this area and then continue going upward. All right. That's what it needs to do. And this is, I think this is the highest it's gone. I think this is the, damn, I'm sorry, I got a cough again. Shit. Oh, damn, coughing fit. So in this sense, right? So we want price to actually start to break up, come back down, break up, come back down, and then continue going upward. That's what we want to see as far as Bitcoin goes, right? So now Bitcoin, yes, that's like the highest it's been is here, and it's near the highs. Like it's very much near the highs. So this being taken out can actually happen. But in this same sense, we need price to actually break above, create that support, and then continue going upward. We need for it to break that resistance. That's it. Once it breaks past that area, then we can see price going upward, right? That's it. But again, in this sense, it still can reject off that level and come right back down and actually test one of these other levels down here before actually making another bull run. We have to be ready for that. So again, the Bitcoin price prediction isn't so much of just like trying to predict the bottom, but it's just checking for when there's a bottom established. So you want to react to the price. You don't want to try to predict it. That's it. So Bitcoin price predictions come off of reaction. That's it. You react to what the market is telling you, and you automatically will have a better chance at not only winning as a trader, but also be able to get in at a better spot or position than you would just trying to guess where the bottom is or putting all your chips in one. That's the whole reason of like, again, the dollar cost averaging is having that opportunity to put money in the same sense. So just to kind of like let you guys in like what dollar cost averaging is. Dollar cost averaging is the practice of putting a fixed amount of money into an investment on a regular basis, typically monthly or even bi-weekly. If you have a 401k, retirement account, you're practicing dollar cost averaging, and by adding investment to each paycheck, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically what you're doing every single time that is bearish. You're putting a set amount of dollar amount as the bear market is going down, and then as it starts to pull back up, you kind of do the same thing with like the S&P 500 in the same sense of a retirement account. If it's going downward and it's a red month or year or whatever, you automatically are putting a dollar cost average into it. So when it starts to go back up, now you start to reap the rewards of your investments. That's it, period. That's how you do that overall. So yeah, so in the same sense, that's all we're looking for. We're looking for that break, that retest, and a continuation. So if we get that, then cool. If we don't, then we got to actually just wait for that to happen. And as we see it here, we're kind of getting that break happening now. So we still have 16 days and 2 hours. So yeah, we still got half of a month left for this to be here. But as far as the week, we actually could get in I don't want to say prematurely, but before that move starts to happen, because they already did break and it came back, but we want to see more of an established break and then a more established retest, then going upwards. So we'll see what happens in the next 5 days and 2 hours. I'm looking over here at this time to see what we get. If between these next 5 days we get a push, we get a retest, then we can actually get in to then continue going upward, hopefully targeting these highs to get broken and then creating new all-time highs for Bitcoin. That's it. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, anything like that, let me know in the comments. And then, let me know, are you actually an investor for Bitcoin, or do you just trade it? Like, or do you do both? Like, let me know in the comments. And yeah, if you guys can, please, if you like the content that you watched and like what you're seeing, please like, comment, subscribe, share it to somebody, and see what their opinions are. So yeah, maybe you got the same opinion, somebody else just doesn't agree with it, and now you got a second bias to your opinion. So yeah, with that being said, is Nelly. Have a good day. God bless y'all. Y'all be safe. And again, have a good one. Peace.